Hey guys, welcome to day 10 of the Embrace Your Light aerial yoga series. Today, you will focus on the sensation of feeling deserving. Yesterday, you connected to your desires, and today you will hold space to now feel deserving of your desires. You do not need to work harder or be anything else in order to be deserving of kindness, of love, of joy and happiness, and of freedom. It doesn't matter how those desires take form, whether it be money or people or anything else, you are already deserving of those core desired feelings right now. So, let's start your practice by setting your intention for today's class. So let's start by setting your intention for today's class. You're going to start in your seat. You can start in Shavasana today as well, as we will be heading down onto our backs. So if you do feel comfortable to come down onto your mat into Shavasana, then feel free to do that. Starting to come into that comfortable position, seated or down on the mat, closing or softening your gaze, starting to find your center and come home to your body. Start to notice how you're feeling. When you feel that call for the big breath, that big sigh, take a big breath in. Come home as you exhale. Feel yourself arrive into your space. Start to notice how you feel and react to the word deserving. Notice if you have a preconceived idea that you need to do something in order to be deserving. Take a big breath in. Let something go as you exhale. Know that you are safe to feel however you need to feel. If you do not feel deserving, allow yourself the space to feel not deserving. Know that anything that you feel is a valuable tool to connect to where you want to be. So if you want to feel deserving, you might need to acknowledge that maybe you don't feel deserving right now. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Know that truly, down deep inside, you are deserving of anything that you need and want. Start to create an intention around feeling deserving. It might be I am worthy or something similar. Take a big breath in, filling up with your intention, and push it down through your body into the soles of your feet as you exhale, embodying that intention, setting it like stone. Starting to blink your eyes open, give me a smile. Let's head into our Pranayama. So either on your back or seated again. So you're gonna get that right hand into a fist, extend your thumb, pinky finger, and peace fingers. Bring those peace fingers to your third eye or the space between your brows, closing or softening your gaze. Take a preparatory breath, breathe in. Clearing breath out. Closing down that right nostril, breathe into the left. Close and hold at the top. Release the right nostril and breathe out. Breathe in to your right nostril. Close and hold at the top. Breathe out of your left. That's round one. Going for 4 more. Breathe into your left. Hold at the top. Breathe out of the right. Breathe in to the right. Hold at the top. Breathe out of the left. Breathe in to the left. Hold at the top. Breathe out of the right. Breathe in to the right. Hold at the top. Breathe out of the left. Breathe in to the left. Hold at the top. Breathe out of the right. Breathe in to the right. Hold at the top. Breathe out of the left. Last round, breathe in to the left. Hold at the top. Breathe out of the right. Breathe in to the right. Hold at the top. Breathe out of the left. Release your hand down to your knee, keeping the gaze soft or closed. Come back to a normal breath. Noticing how you feel after your breathing practice. Noticing how that intention feels in the body, setting it like an anchor, returning to it when you need to. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Blinking your eyes open, give me a smile, and let's get started inside of the hammock. So we're going to start laying down, as I said before. So coming and bringing that hammock in front of you so you can lay on down. You're going to bring your feet inside of the hammock. So finding the edge that's closest to you, you're going to creep your hands along through the middle until you find the opposite edge. So you want your feet to be on the edge that's furthest away from you. So bring those feet inside, one at a time. Beautiful. You're going to bring the knees into the chest as those feet are inside and reach the arms out wide to either side of you, palms face up. Just noticing sensation in the body as the nervous system calms down in this relaxing, grounding position against the earth. Starting to straighten your legs, opening up through the front line of the body. Start to sway the legs back and forth, massage the lower back into the ground. Coming back to center, you're going to release your right leg out of the hammock and cross it across the body, bending both knees to the left. You might look over your right shoulder. Take a big breath in. Fill up the belly, expand. And exhale, relax. Coming back to center, straightening out the leg that's in the hammock. Bring both feet back inside. You're going to release that left leg outside of the hammock across the body and then bend both knees over to the right as you look over your left shoulder, spinal twist. Take one big breath into the belly here. Relax the shoulders as you exhale. Coming back into the hammock, straighten both legs. Bring the left leg back inside. You're going to curl those knees into the chest again, grabbing onto the hammock. So all that edge, excess hammock that's closest to you, try and find the other side. Where is that other side? The other edge. You're going to grab onto that other edge, press down into the feet, lift up the hips, and move the hammock over the glutes into inverted cobra. Reaching the legs out long and straight, and releasing the hands to the ground once again, palms lifted. Take a big breath here, opening up through the heart. Feel the shoulders relax as you exhale. Start to take a little sway through the lower body. Hips sway back and forth. And then gently meet back in center. You're going to release your right leg outside of the hammock, so knee into the chest and then across the body to lock onto the left side of the fabric. Bend both knees over to the left. So your left knee that's inside of the hammock is going to press gently against your right ankle, which is going to open up the outer thigh of your right leg. Take a big breath in. Deepening the stretch by pressing against the ankle if you need to. And then straightening the leg that's in the hammock. Bring both legs back inside. Coming through for the other side. Left leg comes out of the hammock, knee into the chest. Bring the leg across the body to lock onto the right side of the hammock. Bend both knees over to the right. So the right knee in the hammock is going to touch the left ankle, opening up the outer thigh of the left leg. Take a big breath in. Let go of something as you exhale. Coming back to your intention, repeat. Stretching that leg that's out in the hammock, extend the leg. Bring both legs back inside of the fabric. So you're going to bring both feet, make sure they're both inside, gripping onto the fabric, curling the chin into the chest. You're going to pull yourself up and the knees are going to come out wide. So soles of the feet together, knees out wide, and then start to pull yourself up. Climb, climb, climb until the shoulders are over the hips. Grab onto both sides of the hammock, so bunch them up, and then pull your hips over your ankles. So the knees will stay out wide as you pull yourself up. That's it. Staying here if this feels like enough for you. If it feels like too much, you're going to sink your hip bones back down into the hammock. So staying here if this is okay. If you would like to go a little bit deeper, you're going to reach one hand up high and then bring the other shoulder to the front, opposite shoulder. Start to slide on down towards the ground until the fingertips can touch, and then bring both hands down to the ground. Stay here if this feels like enough. This can feel very deep stretch on the inner thighs. If you feel like more, you feel safe, you can start to open up the heart as well and press the shoulders down and towards the hammock. Keeping control within the lower body because it does feel like the legs might slip out. So make sure you're still pressing against the hammock with the inner thighs. You might take a little sway here from side to side if that feels good with the hips. And then gently come back to center, bring the shoulders over the wrists, reaching up one hand at a time onto the fabric, pulling yourself up and scooping the belly button in. You're not going to bring the hips down into the hammock yet, coming down or coming up all the way. You're going to find the back edge of the hammock. So that back edge is going to come through the center, one arm at a time. So one arm will bring that edge through. You can lean your shoulder onto the front edge of the hammock to keep yourself in place. Find the opposite edge with the other hands. Bring it through the center. Beautiful, and it depends, this next part will depend on how high your hammock is from the ground. So you're going to grab both edges into one hand, release your left hand, and bring the fingertips to the outer edge. So the fingers are going to grab around the outside of the hammock, and then you're going to reach up, press the hammock up, so tuck the shoulder inside. So like little chicken wings coming inside. You might need to play around a little bit to help that chicken wing come inside. So the hammock is over the top of the shoulder like a Superman cape. And then other side is same sort of thing. So you're gonna grab the hammock with one hand, so both edges with one hand, and then bring the shoulder out. Grab the hammock with your fingers around the outside, and then bring it taut against the shoulder so you can bring the elbow around and inside to tuck little chicken wings inside of the hammock. Going slowly here, use a lot of control. You're going to keep that hammock taut around the shoulders as you start to lean the chest forward down towards the ground. Eventually, there's going to be weight in your hand grip. And you're going to use that weight to help come into your inversion, chin into the chest. Your head might touch the ground. See if you can bring your chin into the chest. Once your shoulders are in the hammock, you can release your hand grip. If it feels okay, you can stay here. If your head is touching the ground, you'll need to chin into the chest. And our next position here is bringing the feet through the center. So seeing where your feet are, have a look at them, and then start to bring them over the top and through the center in the middle of the hammock, which will flip you inside, Bring the hammock over the top of the head and into your cocoon. Take a big breath in here. And a big breath out. You're going to bend your knees over to the left and turn your hips to the left as well, keeping your torso facing the sky. The knees stay bent. You're going to tuck your knees in towards your armpits, so come into a little ball, and then come out, keeping the knees bent and arcing the back, press the hips forward as the knees come behind. Let's do that 2 more times. Tuck into a little ball, and then press the knees behind, press the hips forward. 1 more time, tucking into a little ball, and then swaying back. Come back to center, straighten the legs, turn the hips to the sky, and then to the other side. So bend the knees to the right, and turn the hips to the right side as well. Keep the torso and chest facing to the sky. Bend your knees in towards your chest, keeping the knees bent, and then press the hips forward, come into a straighter line with the knees bent. 2 more times, tuck into a ball, and then sway it back, hips press forward. 1 last time, tuck into the ball, and then press it back, hips forward. Come back into your cocoon, straighten the legs, hips turn to the front. Bring your feet outside of the hammock until the hammock comes behind the knees. Reaching up onto the hammock and bring your torso up. And you're going to bring your shoulders through the center. My hair is tickling my face a lot today. And give yourself a hug. And forward into the knees. Big hug. Take a big breath in. Long breath out. Start to straighten the legs, flex the toes. And then bend the knees. Give yourself a hug. 1 more time, straighten the legs. You might keep them bent today. Straighten them out and then bend them deeply. 1 more time, straighten them out. And then a big bend. Releasing your hand grip around the back of your legs and coming out all the way onto the ground. Come back into your seat. Bring your thumbs into heart center and we'll finish our class together, sealing the practice, closing or softening the gaze. Bow your chin to your chest, your mind to your heart. Acknowledging your kind, wise heart full of light and love. May you know that you are deserving of all the kindness and happiness in the world and all of your desires. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me for class today. I truly appreciate you being here. I hope you've been enjoying this series so far and getting a lot from it. Also, if you are interested in taking your aerial practice to the next level, I wanted to let you know about my paid course, Aerial Yoga Life. It's a 30-day program designed to help beginners build their strength and skills on the aerial hammock. The first 14 days is called the boot camp, and these classes focus on building a strong foundation for your practice using specific strength building exercises. Then you'll move on to the second part of the course for the remaining 16 days, which is called the skills section, where we focus more on technique and more intermediate to advanced skills. There are also a bunch of other bonuses such as weekly live classes and an extensive pose tutorial library. So if this sounds like something that you might be interested in, then you can check out the link in the description down below. If you have any comments, please comment them down below. I'd love to know what you feel deserving of with your desires. If you liked this video, please like and give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.